guy, man. No shame. No shame on him. No shame at all.
What, man?
It's Roman time. Just at least respect it. I'm not
Welcome
gonna observe.
in, everybody. It is the Friday edition of Daily Bread, coming at you live right at 12:20 on the East Coast, so the perfect time to wrap up that lunch break or any other time if you're tapping in with us at work, throwing those AirPods, and we got you covered for the next 25 minutes, a half hours to break down the best bets in the MLB and NBA for the day. We got first pitch just in about 40 to 50 minutes. The sun is back shining and it's beautiful, so I had to break out the Hawaiian today. And as you can see, we're joined with our man from the Players Ball One podcast, our man Roddy or Perlito, whatever the hell you call him. Some people call him Toddy as well. How was ring night last night?
Well, first of all, the damn ring celebration is on Saturday, so that was a shocker because I forgot they have to, like, baseball does that weird thing at the beginning of the season where they're like, hey, like, here's everybody on the team. So I guess that was the thing. So I'll go on Saturday.
It's okay, bro. You get to get drunk 2 days out of 3. It's fine.
We can fade him again on ring night.
I mean, look, I know the outcome wasn't the greatest, but in your words, Rex, there were a lot of Miller lattes that were crushed. So at the end of the game, I was happy. It is what it is. I still got my merch.
Yes, sir. Man. And it's the Friday episode, so might get a little bit crazy up in here. But as usual, we're live on Twitter at Daily Bread Media. Give us a like, retweet, and follow if you already aren't. I had it up yesterday, so make sure if you're talking to us in the chat, I can shout you out. As usual, YouTube is the #1 spot to be to drop your best bets, whatever the hell you want to talk about. You already know it's the chat. It's your guys' realm for a reason, and ladies. But Sosa, it's Friday. Great opening day in the MLB. If you tapped in with us yesterday, I went 2-0. You had Juan Soto to hit a dinger and many other winners out there with the Nerfies. So
you had the Nerfy hit, had Houston first 5 money line. They got us the 1-0 win on that one. So it was a 4-1 day in baseball, and I went 2-1 in the NBA. So not a bad day. I'm critical of myself. So a couple bad beats kind of did me dirty, but we right back at it today. You know what I'm saying? We're right back at it. We get 161 more tries. Times 3 or 4, and we're right back to it. That's all it really is,
So yep. And the show is powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be checking them out, and then make sure you give at the Players Ball One on Twitter and YouTube a follow and to subscribe as well, because Roddy's dropping those weekly episodes. This is your second appearance on Daily Bread, correct?
Yeah, we did what for the Natty?
The Georgia Natty.
And you fared well on that one, so you set a hell of a standard for yourself on the show. So now you have to deliver again, because of course the people expect winners.
I got you. Look, now I'm always gonna use the aid of my friends because, like I tell everybody, I handicap sometimes, but the ideas, the methods, the information, I mostly get it from y'all. So tap in, man, for real. Like we're gonna make money, man. Like you said, 161 more chances. Like that's. Statistically, I like us. That's all I'm saying.
I'm right there with you. But we're gonna get into the NBA first. You gonna do NBA first? You wanna do baseball first?
Whatever the hell you want to do. We got NBA, MLB. We got some Euro footy for afternoon as well. I mean, the Wolves, they'll probably win at Castle today, but seems a little bit trappy with them being at plus like 225. So I'm just gonna stay off at plus a little bit of a fandom bet, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If we're going to get in the NBA first, I do have to say this. I don't want to talk about James Harden until the 16th of April. 17th, whatever our first day is, we will not be speaking on him again on this program until the playoffs.
What's wrong? What happened?
Nothing's wrong. Last night, listen, I don't know if he's playing possum or if he's just fat or if he's just what his issue is, bro. I don't know what it is. Listen, hold on. You got to hear me out because this is an area for me to vent. Because last night really had me messed up. Bro, he looked horrible. He looked fucking horrible. He looked horrible. yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
To say the least, I'm very unhappy with his performance. I'm very unhappy with the way he looked. People want to bring up 15 assists with Harden. I don't give a fuck. When you're passing to Joel Embiid, it's pretty easy to get 15 assists. Okay, he's moving like he's 6 months pregnant. I don't like that. I don't want that for my point guard. I don't like that. I don't. So maybe he needs a break. Maybe they need to get him a new shipment of HGH. Call up LeBron, see what they got for him. But something's got to happen because this shit's getting on my nerves. So that's the last time we're going to talk about that guy. And on to today's slate.
Yes, sir. So drop in your best plays, drop in any bets, questions. I got them started up. All of them have been baseball so far, so we'll shout them out and go through the reel. And then, Roddy, I just realized you joined us on a Friday as well, so you just like to get wild with the boys.
Oh yeah, look, we getting crazy on this episode of Daily Bread. We getting crazy. So let's go.
All right, then we gotta line you up since we got over 100 people tapped in with us through all outlets. So give us a like, we appreciate it. But Roddy, your favorites going to Miami tonight. Miami just a little planned rest game. Are you nervous? What the hell is up? Because the Hawks are never favorites in South Beach.
Bro, and the fact that I think the team flew there after the game, so they've been there for 2 days, Rex, I think. So that's
maybe they got out of their system then.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's close to
Hold on,
boy.
It's 12:30. It's not out their system yet.
It's
not out their system yet. No.
By 4:30, they gonna blow that last little blow of hookah. They're gonna be like, all right, man, let's get, you know what I'm saying? Let's get right. But in terms of the game, bro, I am staying the hell away from anything that regards telling me who is gonna win this game. But the line obviously does tell me that somebody's sitting, whether it's Bam, whether it's Jimmy, whether it's Tyler Hero, whoever. Now, the reason why I'm kind of confused as well is because I don't know, like Miami's 1 seed isn't like locked in yet. Like they still have, I mean, they have the Magicians, as their last game. So that's going to be a winnable thing. But Milwaukee is probably going to win both of their games too. So I don't really know what the situation there is, but sidewise, I'm not touching it, bro. I swear I'm not. Like I would only touch Kevin Huerter over 12.5 at this point because I don't see any reason for the Heat to be like just load managing. Or am I tripping? Like, I don't know why.
No, you're right on that. And that's what I was going to get to is none of the big names have been ruled officially out yet, but you have like all of their depth that's questionable where Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, Highsmith, U7, Tucker, Dedmon, Morris, all of them are questionable tonight. So it looks like they might be rolling out with an 8-man roster. I would be strange if it's just their usual starting 5, but it seems like some other names might be up there because you have our man Jer saying he grabbed the Hawks last night at +4, and now they're laying 1.5. So you got a nice CLV there. So that's just kind of the books are telling you what I think is going to happen here, Roddy. I wouldn't overthink it, but Sosa, what do you got in this one?
I mean, bruh, the only play I had was Huerter. So Kayvon's been balling. He looks like he's the only player on the team that wants a new contract. He's gone, by the way. He's leaving. He's going there. Like he'll probably end up in like Boston, Utah, where else? Portland,
Charlotte.
No,
please, God, no.
Please. I mean, if you guys kind of get where I'm going with those 3 markets.
Oh yeah. Very.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They use a lot of sneaky athletes go there. So I like him to go to another team, but the 12.5. I don't think you can go wrong with it. He's getting like 16 nightly over the last like 7 or 8 games. He's been really, really good. In this one, man, you don't know the motivation behind you really don't know the motivation behind Miami. Miami has almost cleared everyone, and it looks like it's clear that they're going to be the number one seed. They just have to win one of their last 2 games.
Yeah.
I like y'all tonight. I like y'all to win the game and cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if you're going to pick a side, though, like you said, Rex, it's gonna have to be the Hawks if you want to venture down that road. The only thing is, again, like I'm just the guy that believes in the Miami Magic. I am. Okay, I've been to Miami, and anybody who's been to Miami knows that a young millionaire down there, it's a dangerous little, ploy. So I'm always skeptical of that. But they go down there, they're in the division, so it's not like it's a new thing for them. But I think Trey snaps tonight too. I just think he's trying to lock in that eighth seed. Because if the bum odd chance that Brooklyn loses and we lock in that eighth seed, I think we can wax the Cavs in Cleveland or in Atlanta. So yeah, if you're picking a side, pick Atlanta.
Sosa, where are we going with the next game?
I'm keeping it short for the NBA. We got a couple of really crazy situations here with player availability and teams adjusting for the playoffs. The one play I love tonight is Seth Curry, or not Seth, never Seth Curry. Got Kyrie over 27.5, and I'm going to play him to 30. I think he snaps out of it and gives us a great game. He kind of came on towards the end of that Knicks game the other night. I think that Kyrie takes a step here in the right direction and just he's talking about fine tuning and being ready for the playoffs. I don't believe that the Nets eventually make the playoffs. I think they lose in the plan, but that's neither here nor there. We got to wait till those games actually come up to speak on them. I think tonight,
Huge for seeding here as well.
Kyrie, 30 plus 125. That's and then obviously 27.5 at minus 110. Just a short, one step on the ladder. Other than that, I
kind of like the Cavs on the spread here, but I really don't feel like sweating a +8. You can say the Nets have the full squad now at home, but the season they're 8-30 ATS in home games.
I only have one other play, and it's a repeat play from all week. It's cashed us out 7 of 8 times that we've played it on the show. That's Jalen Green's 3-pointers. Jalen Green over 3.5 threes at minus 120. Do I really need to tell you guys why? He's averaging 13 attempts from 3 over his last 8. He's making them. He's clearly adjusted to the NBA. I'm rocking with Jalen Green to hit 3 threes tonight, and that's it because I got 5 total baseball plays that I like today.
There's one more game that we definitely got to be talking on before we go into the MLB bets of the day. Do the Bulls break the streak tonight? Do they get the dub and end the 3-game losing streak?
Charlotte fighting for their lives too.
They fucking suck.
I think they get it. Charlotte is fighting for their lives. I do think that they end up in the 10 or 9. There's really no choice for them. But bro, the Bulls, man, what is the issue with them really? Because the injury thing was one thing.
I know what the issue is. I know the answer to that.
What?
They're not good.
I thought they were. I really did. I really thought they could get consistencies out of DeMar, but
not good.
You can't have a player that needs to score 40 in order to win. Like Io has just dropped off the face of the earth. Like, I don't know what's going on with him, bro.
But he's a rookie. You can't really count on anything for a rookie. I wouldn't even bring him up. They're just not as good as they were. Listen, they came out the beginning of the year. DeRozan was having an absolute outlier beginning of the year, which was absolutely insane. He was going crazy. We saw him average 35 for a month, or for like 8 weeks, whatever it is, right? 2 months. I just can't back them in any capacity. They look terrible. They're gonna win one game in the playoffs in the event that they play anybody that's competent. They can't stop anybody. Their guards are like I said, they're just not as good as we thought they were.
They're 7-14 in the second half of the season straight up against a team with a winning record. So you can throw away all the beginning of the record stuff. 45-35 overall when you only have a third of the wins in the second half when the teams are supposed to lock in and get going. Just hasn't been there. They took care of business against the weaker sides, but I don't know I just think they have to get right. There's 1-2 games left in the season for them too, but they need one bad.
Hey man, I hope maybe they get one because maybe Charlotte will sit people. I don't know. Bro, again, I'm gonna say it again. I don't trust Chicago. The only people that are lying about the Chicago Bulls are people that back them as fans. If you go by what you've seen the last 2 months, they ain't it. Respectfully.
All right, let's get into the MLB plays of the day. Sosa, do you want to start it off with the Nerfy? Where do you want to go with it? We got to give you the spotlight here.
First play I'm going to today is
where he wants to go.
It's in a game where I see a lot of love. I know a team that gets a lot of love. That's been getting a lot of love. It's the Detroit Tigers. And I think that they're going to be very good. I think they're going to be very good. I still think this Chicago team is really good. I think they're much better. They battled injuries last year all season. The White Sox battled injuries from the start. Eloy fucked himself up before the season even started. Don't quite understand the Kimbrel move. Don't quite understand that. I don't understand it personally. But in today's matchup against a Detroit team that everyone kind of feels, I think, like is going to make some noise, I think Chicago comes out today and plays really well. I have Chicago first, the Chicago White Sox first 5 minus half a run at plus 110. I like Giolito to come out and pitch well against this Tigers lineup. And also, I think the weather it's going to be relatively cold. It's not super nice weather. Hitters don't necessarily like this type of weather. I'm rocking with Chicago in the first 5 against Detroit today. Going off of last year, I'm not going to bring up anything from last year. It's a brand new season. Bringing up games from last year or situations from last year is a bit lazy, in my opinion. Obviously, that's the only sample size of data that we have, but matchup-wise, everything changes. So my first official is the Chicago White Sox first 5 minus half a run at plus 110.
Erod, opening day starter for the Tigers as well. Roddy, you like anything in this one? Because other than what Sosa lined out, not too much. I don't think a home dog's barking today here.
Yeah, nah, me either, bro. And like you said, Sosa, like we were talking on it on the preview with Spin Doc, the Tigers are going to be a good team, but just with the nature of how this MLB season is, you kind of got to let things develop a little bit before you go hard on, your predictions or what you think is going to happen. So yeah, I'm only riding with the first 5. I'm not doing anything other than that.
Solid.
So it's what's play number 2. I got 2 spots lined up here for us today. I want to hear a Nerfy from you. Give us the first Nerfy. The people are waiting for it.
The first Nerfy today, right, is we're going to do the contrarian route. What you're going to get today is you're going to get a lot of games where the Nerfy lines are juiced. There's at least 5 where the line's 145 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The game that I circled was the Dodger game. Dodgers, Rockies, no runs first inning, plus 125. It's the game with the worst odds for there to be no runs at plus 125. Okay. Or the best odds, however you want to, whatever scope you want to put it in.
Yeah.
I like Freeland to get me 3 outs. I like Walker Buehler to get me 3 outs. And then after the first inning, watch there just be a shit ton of scoring. We saw that a bunch of times last year. That's how we actually got a lot of Nerfies that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the other game that I'm.
The one thing I want to highlight in this one, actually pretty wild. Kyle Freeland versus the Dodgers. The over his 2-14. in his lifetime starts against them. 2-14.
He's awful. He's been awful. And
that means the under's been cashing through in every single one.
And that's their opening day. Their opening day starter.
Yeah, that was an over-under stat. His team's record's 10-5 against, or his team's record 6-10 against the Dodgers overall. I've seen the Rockies as a trendy dog out there today as well. I don't know if I'm buying it that much.
Yeah, we're got to talk about a trendy dog after this too, by the way, because I don't know what's going on in the MLB this year. So apparently I'm misinformed. But go ahead, so my bad.
Clearly that's the case. But yeah, that's the Nerfy I'm rolling with. I think that both teams can get me 3 outs. Both pitchers can get me 3 outs. And then we're going to go back to my favorite, which is stolen bases. They're 2 quarter unit bets. And the 2 guys we're locked in today is Trey Turner of the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let me get the official odds right here. Trey Turner to record a stolen base at plus 385. And we're running it right back with Starling Marte. Marte got picked off last night, bro. Oh my goodness, we had it because he stumbled getting to second base, but we had the stolen base, bro. We had it. We're running it back with both of those guys. Plus 375, plus 385, quarter unit bet for both. You're going to get a lot of these this season because there's a very short list of players that I'm going to lock in for stolen bases. I'm also thinking I'm going to add Miles Straw. Miles Straw needs to be added to that list as well.
Roddy, who's the trendy dog that you're talking about?
Why the hell is everybody on the Marlins today? Like,
I don't know.
I don't understand.
Sosa's an Alcantara lover or fan, I guess you could say.
He's a first 5 kind of guy. I rock with him.
God, man. I don't understand it, though. Like, I've seen so many people on Twitter loving the Marlins today. And with them being the Marlins, the team that never wants to improve, the team that it's a lot of deeper, darker criminal links with the Marlins. But I just don't understand, especially going with to the Bay too. Like so maybe you can explain because I have no idea why.
Quoting Hope. Listen, man, I don't know, honestly. I just think that Alcantara is obviously their best pitcher.
The park is friendly to him because Alcantara will give up contact, and that's how he gets out the out. So it's going to be more if the Giants can convert here.
He just know fingers.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had a good history against them. Both times he faced them last year, they took both L's, but it's the Marlins. What do you really expect at that point? And Webb, he pitched a solid game against them. They played right by opening weekend as well. If you forced me in this one, I would have to take the Giants on the run line, the -1.5 at plus 155. I think that's too good a value there, but I don't know if it's trappy and square on opening day for the Giants.
Yeah, now opening day, like I was saying, bro, like for the first couple of series, it's going to be weird stuff happening. I mean, everybody wants to say that some of these guys don't need spring training. It's from the baseball that I watched.
Swept the Red Sox on opening series last year.
That's what I'm saying. Like the baseball, even that I'm watching with less spring training time, like the baseball I watched last night was not that good. Like I would just be honest, pitching was a little, but it's early. Like they haven't had the opportunities to really practice. So it is what it is.
I got my home run guy for today.
Okay.
I got my home run guy. Yesterday we smacked yesterday with Soto plus 290. Hope you guys were listening. All right, today we're going for an opening day bomb from Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger plus 400.
The swing's fixed.
Plus 400. Cody Bellinger to hit a home run. You can get that on BetMGM.
Okay.
I wish I was. It just hasn't been sunny in fucking like 3 days in the Philly, New Jersey area, so I had to put on the Hawaiian.
It's actually sunny. It's actually really nice out today. Well, it's around 55, but it's not gloomy, So
yeah.
So that my home run hitter for the day is going to be Cody Bellinger, and the final 2 plays. I went heavy on the Dodger game. You guys know I bet Dodger games all the time. I also like the Los Angeles Dodgers team total over 6.5. I mean, this is something that people have to realize. If you're going to give the Dodgers a designated hitter, that's unfair. That's not fair. Like,
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like
we're going to pitch to everybody, literally everyone.
Yes, we're going to really, really score this year. It's going to be outrageous. So team total over 6.5 at -115. You're probably going to catch me betting an alternate on that because I think we run it up against them just because of the game being in Colorado. And the final game I'm going to is the Toronto Blue Jays Texas Rangers game. The game is in Toronto. We got Barrios on the mound, and we got Gray pitching for Texas. My play in this one is the the Toronto Blue Jays team total over 5. If it's at 5.5, stay away from it. It's currently at 5 at even money. Do not take it if it's 5.5. Only take it if it's a flat 5. Yeah, I like this Blue Jays team. I think everybody likes this Blue Jays team. They have a great lineup. They got much better in the starting rotation. They have every piece that you would think is required to be a winning team and to play really well. I think they start things off right. Vlad's 23 years old, arguably the best hitter in baseball. Give me the Toronto Blue Jays team total over 5 at even money.
Are we staying away from our Blue Jays run lines and money lines and just sticking with the team totals from last season if you're rocking with us?
I think that we're going to be run lining them a lot. We're probably going to be taking them on the money line a lot, and sometimes we're going to have to just take the juice until I really see exactly how their bullpen pans out, because that was the biggest problem for Toronto last year. I mean, they could hit with everybody, and then when George Springer got hurt, they forgot how to play baseball for about a month and a half. But they're so motivated, man. Like they were one game away from making the playoffs last year. One. To miss out like that leaves a bad taste in your mouth. I think the Blue Jays, really, really could be something crazy in just in baseball in general. I think they got a shot. They legitimately have a roster that's good enough to beat anybody. It's just a matter of putting it together for consistent stretches.
Yep, where I'm going to be going with, and it's I would say contrarian angle as well, because you got about 65% of the bets on this play and 90% of the money. I'm going with the under in the Angels Houston game. We saw it's under 9.5 at -105. We saw last night end at 3-1, but Shohei was dealing. Temperature looks to be hot as hell compared to where he got 40s, and some of the other games is going to be above 90 here. I just think it's going to be a game where the bats still don't come alive, and we're going to rock the contrarian under 9.5 -105.
And Rex, while we're here, I'm taking the Astros on the money line too. Like I really think the Astros, we're gonna see them kind of be sort of like the Suns are this year, where they kind of got embarrassed in front of the world, and they're like, bro, we're going scorned earth. We're making the division at least pay. So I think the Astros are gonna be really good this year again.
My God,
I'm telling you,
bro. Everybody's counting Houston out. I told y'all could count them out. The talent's still there. I fucking hate them, but the talent's still there.
Is there a potential Wooder finds it level spot today? Because Shane McClanahan 4-0 against the O's, team 4-0 in those starts as well. Those have just sucked in Tampa.
I'm gonna keep saying it. Free Cedric Mullins. Free Cedric Mullins.
Roddy, you like any plays on today's slate?
I really want to go back to the Braves run line. I do. But like I said, the baseball that I watched yesterday was so I'm not really confident in the team yet. The Astros definitely is a team that I'm going with for sure. But I kind of like the Rays on the run line. I think they're kind of like the Astros. They're kind of disrespected. And it's the O's, man. Like, come on. We got to start. We got to start early on fading the O's, because what is their payroll, or was that the Pirates? Like somebody's payroll is like 36 million or something.
Because they just keep shipping everyone out.
Yeah, Oakland's got nothing.
Can we also agree that Josiah Gray and John Gray shouldn't be allowed to pitch on the same day?
Right. I just had to say the last name. Like, yeah, you're right. They shouldn't.
Let me run through all of the bets that were dropped in here. We can give some quick thoughts on it. And then, Roddy, I got a Bundesliga question coming up for you because it's a game today. So we had Joseph drop in the Mets team total over 4.5. I like that one as well. Scherzer usually doesn't get the support in his games, but yeah, I can definitely see them hitting the 5 mark. Definitely a look that I was at. Blue Jays run line, we talked about that one. He likes Oakland and the Phillies no run first inning at -125. I could see that one coming through, but I do think Nola does get hit. The A's team total only being at 3.5 is kind of tempting, but I ain't fading the Phils on opening day. Sosa, do we like the Yankees Red Sox no run first inning or nah?
Seems too square for me, to be totally honest.
Blue Jay run line. Does your boy Justin Turner hit a dinger today?
I mean, he could, you know what I mean. But I like Belly myself to get one. I mean, bro, we could get 3 or 4 dingers, to be totally honest with you.
I think Goose calling at Cashman. Any thoughts on this before we get to the Bundesliga question, Sosa?
No, sir.
Low ball and Judge. What are your thoughts on that, Roddy?
Yes. I didn't like the offer personally. I mean, we're talking about a lot of bread, but I think they work it out. I don't think the Yankees let him out the building. So if they got to pony up another 30, 40 M's, they'll figure it out.
When it comes to the Dodgers and the Yankees, I always laugh like when anything money related comes into the question. Like, come on, bro. If they want him, he will be there. If he wants to be there, he will be there. Like, that's just it. I think the contract situation is to try to get him before there's any market resetting or anything like that. But I mean, the kid's going, as long as he stays healthy this year, he's going to perform, and he knows that. So, yeah, he'll be there.
He's been spending, but not spending it well, or the spending it well hasn't turned into the rings like it used to.
Yeah,
really
I don't
the biggest
really
thing
know
with them at this point.
I have no idea what the Yankees' identity is, and we said this on the preview too. Like, I don't know. Yeah, they have a couple good pitchers, but the bottom of the rotation is sometimes So it's just like you have a couple, good players, good high value money players. But I've just
Goose
never
is a
been
Red Sox fan as well, by the way.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Or not? No, Yankees fan. Sorry, I did the Anchorman.
All right, look, man, is what it is.
Roddy, the Stuttgart Dortmund game. Every time these teams match up, it's gone. Both teams have scored, and it's scored over 3. It's a Friday. Were the boys out drinking last night, or is the over 3 too easy? You could go with both teams to score an over 2.5 angle as well. That was the only soccer play that's really calling my name, and I think we got to do it. I don't like Dortmund as away favorites. I think that -130 is trappy. I think the only way this one doesn't come through if it finishes at 1-1. Because I think it pushes at worse.
Holland's still hurt too, right?
Let me pull up to see if he's.
Yeah, because the lineup is really key for me. Because he can, I mean, you know him, like he can get 2 goals just out of nowhere. So I would take the 2.5 and both teams to score. Stuttgart is like, it's like one of those rabid teams that you just don't want to play. And especially Dortmund is just like, I don't know. They're so unserious, but yet like their positioning in the Bundesliga is cemented. I mean, they're going to be second place every year.
Holland looks like he'll be playing today. He played in their last matchup against Red Bull on Saturday.
Yeah,
I'm going to take the over 3 at -110 to make sure I have 2 plays for Friday's episode and a chance to get that afternoon cash.
Yes, sirski.
Let's get this money, man.
Yeah, yes, man, sir. Look. So give us a like. Make sure to be checking out the Players Ball 1 on YouTube and on Twitter, and then follow Perlito or Roddy. Make sure you give them a follow as well. Always up in the spaces, always bringing you A1 content. Sosa is ready to dominate the MLB again. And then, NBA, the last till Sunday, it's a little meh. And then the action really picks up on Daily Bread once the play-in starts. So make sure you're tapping in because we don't know who else is going to be sitting tonight and how motivated teams are. We'll be back at you live tomorrow, not on Paid for Play, but we'll have a Daily Bread episode. We'll have another guest, and we'll be talking UFC 273. But, Roddy, anything you want to say before we sign off?
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Like you said, subscribe to the channel. Like this video right now. Your finger is by it. Your cursor is by it. Go ahead and do it. And tap in with us. We finna make it.
It's over 3, -110, Akbar. Until tomorrow, we out.